Hello, hello, everybody. Matt with Copper Owl Coins. We're ready to roll. Hello, hello, everybody. Matt with Copper Owl Coins. And I have to mute this. Hold on a second. We're ready to roll. Hello, hello. That will probably sound a little less echoey. So, sorry for the technical glitch there. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Looks like we've got Mrs. Owl in the chat. We've got Minnesota Joe. Hello, Minnesota Joe. Welcome to the hunt. Looks like we might have one or two others in the room at the moment, but we're ready. So, anyhow, sorry for the slight delay there. Our pizza guy had delivered pizza a little close to the beginning of the stream, so hey, gotta eat. So I'll be taking a sip from my cup every now and then, just like that. Looks like Texas Joe is here, listening on for now, having birthday dinner soon. Happy birthday, Texas Joe. Let us know what level you're leveling up to, or at least approximate level that you're leveling up to. And we'll wish you a happy birthday. I wish I had something fun to do for your birthday, but I'm not ready for that. So we'll just say happy birthday. So, like I said, we're going to be hunting $half tonight. My hope is that we will be able to get some donations for those $half tonight. Reason I'd like to start doing something like that is pretty simple. I would like to be able to do $half hunting a little bigger and better than I'm currently able to. We're just starting off, and like anybody, we have to start somewhere. So we're starting kind of small, and that's okay. Your donations will go to help support this channel and build up some of that stockpile that we need to be able to give you guys more of the things that you'd like to get, as things like giveaways or bonuses or things like that as we hunt boxes. It'd also be able to help us get more boxes, and maybe be able to do a 2-box hunt and be able to do a little more along the donations, and to kind of keep the cost of operation not profitable, but at least neutral. That's my goal. So I welcome you guys for staying on for a little while, and just so that we can maybe try to get a few more viewers on here. I'm going to start off with a couple of rolls of quarters that I got in addition to the box of halves, and just give people a little bit of time to filter in. And what am I looking for? Oh, yeah. So the nice thing about being able to do this hunt and to ask for donations to be able to hunt rolls, $3 per roll, no minimum. What I'd like to see is if somebody wants to buy, I've got over here to the side, I've got just some markers there. 5 rolls would be $15. The math's pretty easy, but I do a little bit of it for you there. It also says there that bonuses every 10 rolls, but there's no end-of-stream giveaway just yet. There is one possibility for an end-of-stream giveaway, and that's if we hit 100 subscribers. We started the night with 69 subscribers. I realize that's a bit of a long shot to get there, and maybe we'll just carry that over to future streams until we get there, and then we'll make it 200 and 300, and we'll keep going from there. If we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to have this 2019 W River of No Return quarter That's from the West Point Mint, made in 2019. And it is in virtually uncirculated condition. A lot of shine on this thing. Just a few contact marks that probably ding it just a little bit. But a solid $20 bill for something like that out there on eBay. That's what you'll get for somebody who's in the chat. When we hit 100 subscribers, we'll get that. Until we get there, we got a few incentives for buying rolls tonight. So 3 rolls, or $3 per roll. If you buy 10 rolls, we will have this 1956D Blazer wheat penny. It's actually in terrific shape. And it looks like I got that one from another stream. Possible. If we have several people buy 10 rolls at a time, and I have to go beyond this one wheat cent, we'll have wheat cent, other really nice wheat cents that I can give you, or I have a few Indian head cents that are fairly worn, but these are giveaways. Okay, so that's for 10 rolls. In addition to that, if you buy 20 rolls, you'll get this 1944D silver war nickel. And it's in pretty good shape. You can see that D on there clear as day. So for 20, you'll get both. For 30 rolls purchased, you'll get this 1945 Mercury Dime. And that's in pretty decent shape. It's got some wear, but it's in great shape too. All three of those for 30 rolls bought. At 40 rolls, I give you an option. You can get this 1946D or 1964D silver quarter. It's the Washington style. Push that one down just a bit. It's a silver quarter. Or instead of that, you could have a 1967 40% silver Kennedy half dollar. Either or on this, but not both. You get one of these two plus these 3 for the 40 roll purchase. If somebody buys all 50 at the same time, we can do the 1941 Walker 90% silver half dollar. In addition to these 3, your choice of this one, plus that, 450 rolls. I think that's actually a pretty good way to start things off, if we can do that. If somebody wants to go ahead and use PayPal to buy all 50 rolls right now, we can do that. It looks like I have actually lost a few viewers in the process. That's okay. That's all right. Okay, so instead of talking about all of that kind of stuff, we're going to get things going. And we're going to get things going with a roll of quarters. I know it's a $50 hunt, but I'm going to start off with a roll of quarters. Try to give some people a chance to come in, maybe find out a little bit about what we're doing here. Give them a chance to purchase. If I don't have anybody doing a donation to get rolls, then anything we hunt will go into my personal stock if there's any finds. What we're able to do, in addition to those incentives, anything that you find in these hunts is going to be yours to keep, with the exception of the NIFCs. And, we could literally find, just a ton of those. And so what we're limiting that is to the best of each year that we find. So if you find 3 different years, but you find 10 NIFCs, you'll get the 3 best from each of the 3 years, if that makes sense. So if you have any questions, throw it together in the chat, and I'll be sure to look over there and answer that as often as I can. So without further ado, let's get into looking at these quarters real quick. That buys us a little bit of time for doing some $50 hunting. Got a 2020 National Park back quarter. I always liked that one. It was it's right about the time that the coronavirus started making its rounds that back quarter appeared, which is so ironic. So we are going to be looking mainly for silver or anything that might be a W, and looks like that one is a D. That's a Salt River Bay. That one's a D. Rockefeller. That one's a D. Another Salt River Bay. That's a D. And that looks like that might be the only... Well, no, it looks like there might be some others in there. You got the Kansas. Let's check that one for the God We Rust error. It's there. Oh, looks like the T's strong on that one. Hey, Patrick Johnson, thank you for stopping by. We'll be hunting half dollars in just a little bit, kind of doing a little bit of a warm-up with some quarters tonight, just because I had them and because I wanted to buy a little bit of time and give people the option to donate for some rolls tonight. There's always that possibility. So I would appreciate if somebody wanted to do that, and we can make that happen. So please use PayPal if that's how you decide you want to do it. I'd love to have somebody donate for some rolls. I've got some giveaways. I will apologize. I put the wrong title on the promotional short video for this stream. It said it was a penny box hunt, but it is not. It is going to be a half dollar. I was talking all about half dollars when I put that out, so my apologies. I did not get it right. I still make a few mistakes, even though this is my third stream, so whatever. Wow, this was a customer wrap roll. These look like these were found out on like a running trail or something. They're pretty dingy. Look like statehood quarters, older one. Boy, I can't even read those. So maybe I'll wash those off and take a look at them a little closer later. There's a War in the Pacific from 2019. Does that have a W? No, it does not. Oh, hey, looky here. We have a foreign. I'm not sure. That definitely looks like an Asian country. Probably year 2000, 100 something. I'm not sure. But we'll set that aside as a foreign find out of this roll of quarters. Again, nobody's owns these quarters. This is just a couple rolls that I found. Oh, there's a Weir Farm from Philadelphia. I actually don't have that one in my book, so there's two finds in this roll. That's pretty awesome. That kind of makes me feel like maybe it'll be a good night. So let's see what we got here. White Mountain from 2013. I think I'm good there. We got there Ellis Island. I really like the State Park quarter series, and that's coming to an end with the Tuskegee Airmen quarters that are due out any time now. I hope to find these, sometime soon. Looks like we've got about 3 people watching right now. Gonna keep hoping for more. I'd love to see somebody donate and go home with some finds that we have tonight. That would make me very happy. I'm excited about the chance to be able to do some box donations and use those donations to put back into this stream to build it up and make it a better thing, a better product. I don't have all the time in the world to do streams, and I'd love to do more of them. What I'd like to do is make each one of them quality if I can't make the quantity super high. So there's an American Memorial Park from 2019. That might have a W. It does not. There's a Rockefeller 2020. It does not have the W or the privy mark. All right. Another back quarter. I hold it like that thinking it's right side up, but nope, that's actually the right side up on this one. I love that back quarter. That was just ironically well-timed release on that. Got a great little jog in too. I did some shoveling in a tree shirt or in a t-shirt too. All right. Well, I'm glad spring's not too far away for you guys up there in the north. Man, I don't know how you guys do it. How cold did you guys get up there, Minnesota Joe? Because we reached about minus 15 here in Kansas City. Excuse me. No W's yet. I know we don't get that cold around here very often, so as you know, the further south you went, the less prepared their electrical grid was for something like that. And that really caused some problems. No W on that one. No W on that one. And got a Philly on the Mercury Memorial. I'll set that aside to see if I need it in the book. It wasn't in great shape, so I don't know if we'll keep it or not. But we can always check to see. Okay, Minnesota Joe, you think it was minus 15 there as well? Well, that is definitely cold no matter where you go. Sometimes it's just a matter of what you're used to, and it's amazing what you can get used to. So, man, my sinuses are still bothering me. So, you'll have to excuse me if I every once in a while get a little nasally or have to mute out. Wind chills were about minus 45 a couple weeks ago. Yeah. I think we're down to about minus 30. And the difference is in Kansas, it is probably 50 to 60 degrees right now. I'd say that's a fair guess, Minnesota Joe. That is pretty accurate read on things today. I hope it warmed up a little bit for you. So, well, let me go out and check PayPal to see. It has logged me out again. Let me log in to see if we have anybody who has paid for some rolls. Well, I do not see where anybody has paid for any rolls. So, as we start, every 10 rolls decrease the bonus that we can do. So, yes, I am in Kansas, Minnesota Joe. I'm in the Kansas City area. So, all right. I'm going to open up our $50 box and see if we've got anything to look at here. Looking at the ends, and I don't see anything just yet. A couple of them that are a little shinier than others. Checking the ends on these. Well, this is one of those boxes that's stacked, so I don't get to look at all the ends and flip them around real efficiently. So we'll do kind of a 25 roll hunt and then come back and look at it again on the next 25. So, if you're wanting to get into donate for some rolls, now is the time. Sorry, whack the camera there. Before I get done checking these ends, now would be the time. You can let me know in the chat that you're interested. let me know. Donated for 20 rolls. Minnesota Joe, thank you so much, sir. 20 rolls. Let me go out when I'm done checking these ends. And Minnesota Joe, are you good for the first 20 rolls in the box, or do you want to go backwards through this box? Just let me know. So that is going to take us to, all right. Minnesota Joe, thank you. I see that has come in. I appreciate it. I assume we'll just do the first 20 rolls in the box. No, there wasn't anything interesting on the enders. I'm sorry to say, Minnesota Joe. I'm going to make sure that I have your 20 rolls marked down on here. See, when I watch Rob Finds Treasure, Charlani gets to do this work, but as a one-man band, I get to do the work. So it'll be great. Okay, 20 rolls. Minnesota Joe, you are officially my first donator. Up to you where we want to start. Okay, well, that being the case, I am going to set out. See, whatever's easiest for you. I appreciate that. You must have heard that I'm kind of still a little bit new at this. So I am going to set out. I'm going to set out a bunch of rolls right here. There's 5, 7, 8. I'll put the other one on the end. There's 10 there. I'm going to set out 10 more on the side here so we can make sure that we have those earmarked for Minnesota Joe. Thank you so much, Minnesota Joe. That's wonderful. I appreciate it so much. So we're going to dive into these, and away we go. So Minnesota Joe will be getting the. Are you going to want to get the 1956D Blazer Penny wheat cent, or are you going to want an old slick Indian head? Probably from the early 1900s. Well, we have a possibility. Let's see what we've got. I don't think it is. I think it's just a dirty edge. And it is. 1999. Doggone it. I thought we had some Minnesota Joe luck going for us right there. Okay, well, that was fun to think about. Let's get through these. $72p. We will check for a no FG on that. Yep, got the FG. No winner on that one. $71D. Let's look and see if we've got anything going on that one. I'm going to adjust this microscope, be just zoomed in a little tighter. Give me just a second. We'll get that better. There we go. I don't see any doubling on that one. Okay, we'll get you that penny then, Minnesota Joe. Thank you. Another 72. being that we have one box, I'll probably be just a little bit slower, a little more deliberate on this. Trying to do it well, trying to do it right. So nothing in that first roll, Minnesota. Yeah, unfortunately, I wish that I had the capacity to do things like skunk boxes and things like that. But honestly, I'm doing one box. So it would be a skunk box. But, you know, my hope is that we'll get there. My hope is that we'll get there. Doesn't look like there's anything from the side on that one. Let's make sure we check through and see what we've got. 71D. Looks like a little machine doubling on that, maybe. Let's see if we've got any other indicators on that. There might be a little bit there. Might be. I need to be able to make this just a little bit. Let me check the resolution on this window here. See if we've got that in as tight as we can make it. It will make this just a little bit bigger so we can see that. When we get it on that scope. There might be a little bit there. It's hard to say. Minnesota, I am going to set that one aside as a possible DDO for you. And we will check on that just a little bit later. If I have to look at it after the stream to be certain, then we'll check it and send it to you. It's kind of an iffy one. Alrighty. Lots of 72s to look at. See if this 71 has anything on it. That might be another maybe. That 71 is a tricky one. Here's a 74 that, you know, those, if those are there, you know it. Right, that's right. The 82P has that. I don't see doubling on that one. And that's an 82D. So a couple maybes in that one we'll take a look at. That's roll number 2. Looks like maybe we have a couple other people that have joined. I don't see any silver from the end on roll number 3. I do see what looks like it might be a pretty nice shiny one on the side. We'll get to looking at that one here real soon too. 72. Don't see that one. There's a nice shiny 1997 that's in pretty good shape. Not too bad. Oh, let me get that on the screen. Let me go ahead and zoom in just a little bit to try and give you a little closer look at things. 89, 71. We'll take another look. Yeah, don't see it. Hard thing on the 71 is almost everything looks like it's doubled on that thing in one way or the other. So unfortunately, that causes a lot of false alarms when we're looking at it. I don't see it on that one. Really need to have it on from a credit union. I can't get them here in Minnesota. I get those from a BMO Harris bank, Minnesota Joe. And they're a fairly new bank to me, but they've been really good to me. I gotta say, I'm just blown away at how great they have treated me as a customer, really only since the fall. Every $50 box I've gotten through them, and it's been a great effort on their part to support it. Man, there's a shiny 1971. It's got some dings on it, but we'll take a look. Nope, nothing on that one. 71 there. I think that was the shiny one that we thought we saw. Haven't tried that bank. I'll have to try them. Yeah, you know, it varies bank to bank. You know, I went in just simply looking at them as a possibility. I'd gotten some $50 from them previously, and they just handed me some loose ones, and out of, I believe it was maybe $30 worth of loose $50 that they gave me one time, I found 2 silvers. So I was actually pretty thrilled. So I kept them in mind and went back to them several months later when I wasn't getting coins from my regular bank, and it turned out to be a really good thing. Got a great relationship started with them. Yep. Nothing going on that one. Another nice 71. A lot of 71s so far tonight. 72D. Look for that one. I don't see it. 81. 1995. We're getting close to an NIFC there, or at least closer. Nope, no double on that one. 71. Nothing on that one. 2. And looks like somebody decided that maybe Mr. Kennedy needed some purple hair. Or is that written? I can't tell if that's lettering or just somebody decided to make purple hair on him on that one. But nothing going in that roll. So that gets us through the first 4 of your 20 rolls. Gonna get a quick drink here. Let's find some silver for Minnesota Joe. Let's go. I've got to get better at pulling these half dollars apart. They take every little bit there takes extra time. Oh, just dropped them. Hopefully there wasn't that $1 million half dollar in there that I just dropped. I kind of doubt it, but we'll keep looking. Kind of a dingy 71 there. Ooh, somebody decided that the U did not belong on there. Oh. In NIFC, we almost had a find for you there, Minnesota. Hey, David Lewis, I think the favorite coins I have are my Carson City Morgans. I think that would just about be any coin collector's favorites. Those are some nice coins, and I have an opportunity to possibly purchase one from a friend if we can verify it's authentic, because when I looked at it, it's pretty toasty. It looks like it has some environmental damage, unfortunately, but it is a 1889 Carson City in probably AG3, G4 condition with environmental damage. But the problem is I've taken that to several coin dealers with better eyes than me for grading, and the results have been about 50-50 split on if it's authentic or not. So we've worked out a deal to see if I can get that thing authenticated. And if it is authentic, then we will probably have a chance to own that, which would be my very first Carson City. So how many Carson Cities do you own, David Lewis? If you don't mind telling. If you do, don't worry about it. A little something red on that one. There's a 77. Sometimes that has the doubling on the 1. That does not. There's a 72D. Doesn't look like it. Year 2000, year 2000. Some good looking bicentennials in there. Check out your all right. Merc dimes are beautiful. Those, when you can find them in really good shape, they're just beautiful, beautiful coins. Seems like I'm looking at just about every one of these. It's going to take forever to go through this box, but that's okay because I've only got the one box. I'm not trying to do a high volume of them tonight, and it's okay to take time and take a look at these because I'm looking for you guys tonight. So for anybody who's new to the stream tonight, probably David Lewis, we are doing this, for some donations. $3 a roll. Minnesota Joe was kind enough to buy the first 20 rolls, so we still have 30 rolls available for that amount. $90 would buy them all, and would get you three levels of donation for this. For your donation, as well as anything we find in the rolls. Key date marks that Treasure Hog has on his site. I don't know about Treasure Hog's site. I'll have to go check that out. But yeah, there's a few in there that I've heard are really nice. Those key dates, man, it's amazing that we're going to have at least a find here. I have the feeling. It is a 2002. NIFC from Philly. It's the first NIFC of the night. It does have, it looks like it has been an ender in the past because it has that ring of death right there in between some letters. So Minnesota Joe, we have a find for you. It has a ring on it. Let me know if you'd like to throw that back and keep looking for one that's in better condition, or we will definitely send it to you if you want it. So we're going to keep that one handy. Congratulations, Minnesota Joe, on getting the first find. For no FG on this one. Nope. See what else shows up. Yep, you know, if we find another 2002 in this in your rolls, and it's better than that one, we'll send you that one for sure. No problem whatsoever. Not a problem, Minnesota. See if we've got an OFG on that. I found one box a couple months ago that had like 3 very close no FGs in it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I did take a few photos and send those on to some of the more trusted eyes that do this on a regular basis. And they said, well, I would not get it graded, but those were very close. Oh, on eBay. Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. I gotta work on doing my opening out here on the camera instead of tucked in closer to me. Got some rounded edges on these, but still no silver from the side. Maybe a couple opportunities in there with some edges that shine a little better than others. We'll keep checking for those DDOs. Prices are crazy even on eBay right now. Yes, they are. Man, that the fluctuation in the silver prices has been something to really watch. I love seeing a few of the guys out there in the community putting together videos and talking about it, especially Silver Seeker. That guy really knows what he's talking about. Hate to pay the fees. Yeah, I hear you there. Hoping that we're going to be able to find some silver for Minnesota Joe. Let me know if you get it. All right. Let's see. Do we have something here? I don't see it. All right. We're through 8 rolls for Minnesota Joe out of 20. So far, we've just found the one NIFC. So I'm going to go ahead and update the stream total so that we can say we have found one NIFC. All right. Sorry. It's It's fun to watch these when they happen. It's fun to actually do them. So, oh, come on, quit being so hard to open here, coins. There we go. Making a mess. All right. Nothing from the side on these. A close one. Let's see what we got here. I don't see it. I don't see it. 77. We'll check the one here. Getting that focus just a little sharper there. 89, 77. Check that one more time. No doubling on that one. 92. We'll check for that no FG. Nothing there. Ooh, I thought that one being a little off color might have been, but it's just kind of worn. 1D, we'll take a quick look at that one. Nothing there. 1998 in pretty decent shape, but it does have a ring of death on it, so not even for the album. All right, we're almost at the halfway point with Mr. Minnesota Joe. I'd like to remind anybody who's watching, if they would like to donate, we have $3 per roll. We still have 30 rolls left from this box. If I'm not hunting for you, I will hunt for my own personal house stock. And but I'd like to get the whole box counted for and do this search for you guys. Nothing, doesn't look like the side view there is going to have much for us. 73, we'll look at that, 72. Look at that one too. See it. Two. All right. Alright, doesn't look like we got anything there. So I'm sorry, Minnesota Joe. We are trying to get you something. Maybe these next 10 rolls will be better. I hope so. I hope so. I want to send some stuff north to you and make it a better donation overall for you. Like we've had a couple people pop in, pop out. Once again, donating for rolls tonight, $3 a roll. We have 30 rolls remaining available for you. I have some bonuses every 10 rolls that you buy. We have the 30 roll bonus available to you if you want to donate. Check that one. I'm going to change things up just a little bit here and do all those checks between rolls. I don't keep you guys here all night. Not seeing it. Looking for doubling in the word trust. It's very common doubling in these years, in the early 70s. If we don't see it there, then we probably don't have it. A couple other markers if we're suspicious. So, all right, roll number 11 wasn't so kind either. We don't know where the silver's hiding, but it's not been in the first 11 rolls. So, alrighty. Doesn't look like anything from the side on those, not even anything too real shiny, but hopefully we'll get surprised by it. 77, we'll look at the 1. Yeah, nope, nothing on that. Okay, let's check for doubling. Well, that thing has been scratched like crazy. About that one. I'll look at it from a little bit different light. It might have something on it. I'm going to set that one aside and take a closer look at it when I can get on the bigger scope. Or at least enlarge the scope. We won't let it get away without double checking it. $21 times face on junk silver. Wow. That means I'm still going to have to get more donations to be able to really make a big impact on this. So, but hey, you are doing me a huge, huge favor, Minnesota Joe. I appreciate it. I just wish we were finding you something a little silvery. Wish we were finding you something silvery, and I was a little less nasally. Yeah, these sinuses have been killing me. I've not been real happy with them. Don't see it on that 74. That one's not a D, so it's not going to be on that. That's a decent shape 72. Don't see it on that one. Nope, looks like somebody's checked that one. I see that. That mark through the "We Trust" a lot. And it's a ring of death, but yeah, we'll see. Make sure that's not a 69. Nope, that's a 79. We got there 74 possible. Not tonight. Not that one. I've only found a few of them that are actual DDOs. Of course, the first time that I find one, I'm just I'm like, I better send that in to somebody, to get a second pair of eyes, because that might be my first time seeing it. Should be closer to 20 times face value, but I know Mercs are a bit higher. Yeah. So I guess 20 times face value puts a Merc dime at what? about $2. That's pretty close to its melt value, isn't it? Yeah, I'd love to go in and get some go get some junk silver here someday soon. My problem is, even in Kansas City, you wouldn't think that I'd have a lot of trouble getting to getting coins at a local coin store, but Kansas City's kind of a weird town in that there's usually plenty of everything you need to go get, but you may have to drive ways to get it because this town is so sprawled out. We cover like twice as much area as St. Louis, and are where they have almost 3 million people in their urban area. We have it complete, throughout the whole metro area, which is spread out and covers twice as much ground. So everybody just moved out to the suburbs and just kept going, I guess. It's kind of a strange thing. We didn't live here when that sprawl kind of happened, but I can understand it. We live out in the suburb too. A little bit of a drive to get to just about anything we need, but we like it. We have some room to spread out. We don't have a neighbor right there, staring through our window into our house. So it's not the worst thing in the world. But there's no coin stores, nearby. The nearest one is probably, if I drive about 20 minutes west to Lawrence, Kansas, there's one there. And then if I drive about 15 or 20 miles east, there's one there. The rest of them are at least about a 40-minute drive to get to, spread out through the eastern side of the town, which is on the Missouri side. So who knows what'll happen. Maybe I'll just make it big doing this, and I'll start my own, and we'll serve the western side of the metro area. Not seeing anything right now. Coinflation says it's about 19.3 right now. Okay, so yeah, that's close. It sounds like they're getting a small premium on top of the melt values there for junk silver, which I guess is their way of making money. So I don't begrudge them there. Looking really close at that one. I'm going to hold that one for a closer look as well. They sell out almost immediately. Yep. I am going to turn away briefly and mute just long enough to try to help my sinuses a bit. So hold on. All right. Let's get back to this hunt. Let's find this. I thought we were searching for silver tonight, but it does not want to be found. Not yet, anyway. Not yet anyway, but you guys know how this goes. It's out there. It's just waiting for us to find it. Take a look at these couple 72s real quick. Looks like pretty clean. That looks like it's pretty clean too. So, all right. That gets us through 15 rolls, Minnesota Joe. We got 5 more to go. 5 more for Minnesota Joe. Looks like, nope, don't see it from the side. It'll have to be hidden in the middle. Another close call on an NIFC there. But no go. Another one close. Somebody's really over exuberant with the marker. Hopefully we don't have a lot of feedback from my children in the background. Well, they're children. I'm sure we've all raised children before, but if you haven't, they can be a lot of fun. And they can be a little bit loud from time to time. And right now it sounds like they are not in agreement with one another. Or maybe the dog's doing something. I don't know. But it is not impossible that you may get a sighting from my daughter over that shoulder coming down the stairs to visit me. She recently got a stuffed owl at a daddy-daughter dance that we went to that she is very fond of. And knowing that, you know, that's the channel name I use, she's hopeful that she'll be able to help out. So, nothing in that roll. 4 more rolls for Mr. Minnesota Joe. We are trying, Minnesota Joe. Again, these rolls are not tearing apart very cleanly. Causing a little bit of a headache for me. All right, get out of there. You don't need to be in there, paper. Don't see anything immediately, but let's keep looking. See it on that one. Close call with an 88 there. I was hoping that was an 87 for you, Minnesota. This one might be interesting. Nope, just very shining 71. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I don't see it. 74D, let's check that one out. Please be something for Mr. Minnesota Joe. The serif on that 4 looks a little bit suspicious, but the R and the U don't look great, so I don't think that's going to be one. Not looking good. All right. 3 rolls to go. I might have picked a tough time to be streaming because we've got other streamers like Paw Spares Time streaming right now. He's hunting the same $50. Not the same one, not from the same bank for sure, but just doing the same denomination for me. Anyhow, a little bit of a look at one here. Oh, that looks like it's probably just dirty. Got a little some crud on it, but what is that one? That's a 1D. That's a good looking 97. Not too bad there. We'll look at that one. We'll look at that one. That one. Let's start taking a look at some of these that we might have. I don't see it. Not finding anything DDO wise, which is a little bit surprising because, you know, it's not unusual to maybe find like one per box. Sometimes you find a lot more. But, you know, they have to be kind of pronounced to be able to find them. So we'll figure it out. We'll find you something else here. Pardon me while I itch. Have you ever been to the coin shop in Stillwater? I don't know how far you are from there. Normally I wouldn't read your chats with one another, but yeah, I don't get a lot of chats, so I thank you guys for helping entertain me too. These have been pesky when it comes to cleanly coming off of those rolls. So over in Minnetonka, about 30-40 minutes. Okay. My mom actually lives in Iowa, kind of up near the Minnesota border, a little town called Lime Springs. If you've ever heard of it, you'll definitely know it's one of those towns where you don't blink when you're driving past it because you might miss it. And oddly enough, I have. Still scheduled in March. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that you're still having a coin show this year. I made one in the fall here in Kansas City, but it was pretty lightly attended, and but it was fun because I was able to get my son to go with me. He was doing hybrid classes in the fall, and we had the opportunity to go, so we did. And he went out and, saving up his own money, went out and bought his first Morgan. And the guy cut him a nice deal. And the kid actually had a little bit left over, went out and found somebody and bartered with him to get a decent deal on kind of an old beat up fractional currency note. Which I gotta say, I was pretty impressed with him. So I love that my kids, several of them, get excited about coins and you know, Dad doing things like this. And so, last roll for Minnesota Joe. It has not been a great roll, but I appreciate you trying, Minnesota Joe. I wish there was going to be more to give you, but we are going to be getting you whatever we find in here, plus one NIFC. Unfortunately, with a Ring of Death, we're still going to send that to you. 77 to look at. 74 we'll look at. Keep hoping for a 74 to come up and show itself. We're going to have a DDO on that. I found 2 of them while I've been hunting. Hoping for number 3 for you. Another opportunity for it. One more opportunity for it. All right, let's take a look. No silver, unfortunately. Southwest Minnesota. Okay. I think Lime Springs is probably on the southeast border of Minnesota and Iowa. And I apologize. Looks like Lime Springs is over by the eastern side. Yep, that's right. That is a small town. They have like one stoplight, and it is like a 5-way stop. So, luckily it was a light traffic day in Lime Springs that day, and I didn't have to compete with anybody for which one of us had earned the right to go first. Looking at this just a little closer. I'm going to look at this, maybe even try to blow this up on the screen a little bit more and see if we've got any kind of doubling on that, because I'm suspicious. Nope, I don't see it. I don't see it. Unfortunately. I do not see it. Okay, well, it was a good try, Minnesota Joe. I appreciate your donation. It'd be a good time if anybody else wanted to donate, or if you wanted to try for, the rest of the box, Minnesota Joe. There's other goodies to be had if you got all 50. But let's just take one more quick look at a couple of these. Let's see. I don't see it on that one. If anybody else watching wants to, we have 30 rolls available. $3 a roll is all it takes to make them yours for the hunt. We have 3 levels of bonuses remaining. Maybe you can schedule a stream after one of these bigger ones like pause, and we can send everyone via raid to yours. That is my hope. That is definitely something that I'm hoping for down the road. It's hard to find a good time with these guys. There's just so many good streams out there. But you're right. Doing it at the same time as Paw, and I think Penny Dog was doing one tonight too, and it's tough. I completely acknowledge that. So, in addition to this 2002 NIFC with a ring on it, Minnesota Joe, you are going to be getting the 1956D Blazer Penny wheat cent and a 1944D Silver War nickel. I appreciate your donation very much, Minnesota Joe. The first one I've ever had for some boxes or for some rolls. And yeah, I agree. We find a better time. Maybe we'll have a better chance at this, but we've started somewhere and you helped make that happen. So I definitely appreciate it. We are going to get these boxed up, and we will send those to you, Minnesota Joe. And we thank you very much. So, the real question is, who wants to be next? I'm going to take just a quick break. I'm going to update my notes with what we're sending you, Minnesota Joe. All right. All right, I've got everything recorded to make sure that we send it to Mr. Minnesota Joe. And so, are you getting snow tonight too? Yeah, it's a tough time, and I was thinking about maybe earlier this afternoon taking a chance to do it then, and I'm kind of wishing that I'd been able to pull it together in time. I just had a few setup things that I didn't have quite in place, and I wanted to be able to do that to try and make a little better quality stream. And it's okay. I definitely have a chance to do some of this, and if I'm hunting for myself, then that's fine too. We'll start somewhere. I'll get another box next week, and we'll try again at a better time slot. Really, starting out, trying to find a good time slot right now is kind of my big thing. A little background for me: 4 kids, active. A couple of them have some needs, and a busy job that sometimes takes me out of town. So COVID, managed to make almost, I think it was 10 or 12 trips by plane, most of them to Las Vegas, New Mexico, and California, 3 of the areas where you just looked at the map on a daily basis and they were always red, having like the highest cases of transmission of this virus. So it was always really touch and go being able to go do this and all that. But we made it work. So, no complaints. I never caught it. So I like to think maybe I'm just asymptomatic, or maybe maybe I've got a little bit of natural resistance to it. Who knows? But anyhow, well, I'll tell you what. We're going to start doing some rolls, and unless we get somebody else that donates for these next 5 rolls, that'll get us to the halfway point of the box. We'll go a little quicker through these, being that we're doing them for the house. If these streams small, this gives you a chance to get comfortable streaming. You got me thinking I can do it as well, but I won't do it at the same time as yours. That's all right, Minnesota Joe. It was interesting. I had a similar conversation with Ravenhawk, this week via email. There's a lot of these new ones, new streams like myself that are coming online in this format, and the guys that are more established know that, and I think they know and understand that we're not out to take viewership away from them or anything, because they're monetized, and some guys like Rob Finds Treasure. This is how he how he makes a living right now, or it's his job. His hobby is a lot of fun. I think, but that being said, it's going to be an interesting effort to try and make these time slots work. So I'm not sure where we're going to land. I'm thinking, Thursday night seemed like a good option, but guys like Everyday Opportunity are out there doing theirs. Inevitably, I can't avoid overlapping somebody. I'm just trying not to overlap some of the people that have really kind of inspired me to get started, in doing this. I hate doing this at the same time that Paul's doing it because I enjoy his stream a whole lot. I just love, the interaction between him and his grandson. The whole concept of sharing the experience with your grandson is really cool. So, well, I know I may not be hunting for anybody in particular right now other than myself, but if anybody has any questions about me or the channel, or what I'm doing, where I'm hoping to go with it, anything like that, I'm game. I'd love to answer any questions you might have, or talk about anything else that's on anybody's mind tonight. Throw a topic out there that doesn't turn me into some raving lunatic on a political discussion. If you can all avoid that, that would be best. I don't get too loud on my streams. I gotta say, I'm pretty entertained by Big Mill and his stream. So are my kids. They can be pretty highly entertained by somebody yelling louder than they do sometimes. He gets pretty excited, and he's been one of those that as I got started, I've enjoyed seeing how he builds things, seeing how he does things. Rob Finds Treasure, he's obviously been one that does a really good job. Rob is the king. Yeah, they're so true. A lot of people that don't last, but he sure has done a great job. That is so true. Yeah, it's hard to ignore, just the success that he's had with doing this, and yeah, I really congratulate him on having the ability to do just that. Passing, I think he just passed 90,000 subscribers on this, and that's just his coin channel. He's got another channel for gardening that has even more subscribers than that, I think. So yeah, Big Mill kind of inspires that LOL out of most of us, doesn't he? But I've won a few things from his channel. I've kind of had some chit chat with him from time to time. But yeah, I kind of like how he gets wound up and uses that as kind of his persona in those live streams. I think he'd be a really interesting guy to get to know personally. But the whole Ric Flair thing that he does is pretty funny. I wasn't really old enough to appreciate who Ric Flair was when I was growing up, but I knew of him, and so that makes it pretty humorous right now to see just how that gets used in the environment like today. So anyhow. All right, not finding much for myself either here tonight. I'm setting a few aside. I recently got a couple albums. I just use the inexpensive Whitman albums for now. If I find something that I get close to complete on, or maybe finally complete, and it has some more valuable finds in it, I might upgrade to like a Dansko album. I just, for what I'm doing right now, I don't know that I need to get, the expensive album to keep things in. I think they're really nice, but, for now, there's always a for now, and, the potential to upgrade, which is what I will hopefully have a reason to do. Setting aside a few of these more shiny ones that may be good album fillers. I want to make sure that they have some better looking specimens to go in the book. 88,000 subs, which is amazing since he hasn't posted on it for 5 months. Yeah. You know, that is true. I went out and checked it out one time. I found it pretty interesting. It's interesting to see this guy that you see on the streams that, you know, has just as much kind of this love for what he's doing in the garden as he does with the coins. So, you know, as I was talking about the guys that are, you know, influential in this community of people that do this coin roll hunting, you know, I mentioned Ravenhawk. He was one of the first ones that I watched. Rob, even JD and his variety channel was one that I didn't really know too much about everything he gets into, but very interesting guy. Certainly has a passion for what he does as well. So I'm going to take the next 5 rolls, look at the ends on these, and we will hunt those. So now we'll be down to 20 rolls left to get donations on. So hopefully somebody will come in and swoop those up. I can give away another penny and another war nickel. So, but maybe people know that there's just we're not finding the silver that we'd hoped to. Had a little bit of a rough go finding silver from the boxes that I've gotten here. Like I said, the loose rolls that I got, those have actually produced more silver, which is kind of oddly interesting. Here's another one of those that's marked, that they've already looked at it. So, first time I started finding those, and the last box that I did from this bank, there seemed to be a lot of them too. So I hope we're not just running into some of the same ones as before. Maybe I should mark, since they're already marked, maybe I should mark it in a different way to see if I'm running into it again. That might be kind of an interesting experiment. Then I'll find out just how far these coins are going when they leave my hands and go back to the bank. So, I do have a series of videos, and I think it might even cover the last boxes that I did before I started doing live streams. That I shot them with my phone. I moved the files onto my computer, but I never really got back to them to put together a clean video or do any video editing with them. So I just never got them posted. But looks like now that I've kind of got a setup for doing just that I will get into doing more of that here real soon. Yeah. I may have possibly picked one of the worst times to stream. You know, Saturday night, 7 o'clock. That But you know what's funny is, yeah, they're all real big, which tells me that this is actually a good time to get some people's attention and draw a little bit of an audience. I'm not looking to be, you know, as big as they are. It would be nice to one day get big enough to be monetized. But, you know, at that point, I'm going to be doing, you know, such a volume of this that there are going to be some changes on the home front to be able to make it work. And honestly, I'm not sure if I'm ready to do something like that. But we'll see where things go from here. You know, maybe it'll be a stream that doesn't make it. But, you know, I will just say, Minnesota Joe, that your donation to kind of get things started, it gives me hope that we can make something out of this. Because I know you won't be you might be the first, but I doubt you'll be the last. And that is my sincere hope, that we can do this and keep building. What video editing software do you use, PC or Mac? I use Microsoft Video Editor, but it is a challenge making it look interesting. I will agree with you, Minnesota Joe, that I have seen that and used that as well. I'm on a PC. It's kind of the one time that I would be really open to, you know, a Mac and some of the cool stuff that it has. I've got it written down. JW gave me some notes one time about what software was out there available for use. I don't have a specific one that comes to mind. I've looked at several, and I think I'd have to go look. I'll be real honest. I'd have to, you know, dig a little bit for those notes that I took on that stream and take a look. Get back with you on something like that. Here's a fairly shiny one. Let's hope. It's a 99. But you know what? Might be a 99 worth putting in the book. Might be worth putting in the book. Boy, there, talk about a ring of death. I think you can even see that one from here without any magnification. Whew, that one got hit hard. 2001, very close, very close. iMovie for PC. I believe that's one of them that was out there and suggested. Honestly, when I heard iMovie, I thought it was a something for a Mac only. So it's really been kind of difficult to know what to use for sure. I think most of the time you just kind of ask around and gotta, you know, check a few out and see how you like them. The Windows Media Editor or whatever, that one that you'd mentioned, I tried it out and I actually got some things to look, you know, kind of crude, but good enough for what I was shooting for, and it would never save it. I was just so frustrated. It always told me it was already in use, and I'm just like, well, I have everything else closed. I don't know what is in use that you're having a problem with, but you know, this is where I just normally blame Windows. I mean, who else are you going to blame, right? Couldn't be user error. Never user error. Looks like we've got a little bump in viewers. Whoever joined, I'm happy that you're here. I hope you'll stick around a little longer than just a peek. We're hunting $50 tonight. I'd love if you wanted to donate and get in on some of these, possibly some finds for you. Minnesota Joe was kind enough to be our first donator of the night. He got himself a couple bonuses, a penny and a nickel, and we're just getting into the last 20 rolls of this box. And after this roll, there will only be 15 available. Pretty limited in my, I agree. I completely agree. It has very basic stuff. I mean, the big, and it was even struggling to do that. So I kind of got disappointed with it really quickly. I was just trying to take MP4 videos and merge them, and I threw in a couple little transitional slides, but I'm with you, Minnesota Joe. I'm not ready to buy those just yet, so I guess we'll just have to keep looking for the free stuff. Hope that works out. There's a 74. I'll take a quick look at. I don't see it. Take another look at that 72. So, all right. Let's keep cruising. Let's keep cruising. If anybody wants to, there are 18 rolls left. You can get a... Oh, for 18 rolls, I'd still give you a silver nickel. How about that? And the penny, and whatever else we find. Oh, what do we have here? That looks like, does that look like it? What do you think? I'm going to let the stream kind of catch up here. What do you guys think? I'm just going to hold it there. Did I miss an ender? What do we have? I don't see a mint mark on the back, so that's not a great sign. That looks like somebody has painted the edge of it, tricking us. Now that I see a little bit of reflection there, I can see the copper shining through. 1980D. Doggone it. That's what I say about D. Doggone it. Boy, that had me excited for a minute. Oh, that's too bad. I was really hopeful that we had finally found something. I thought we had it, but too bad. Yep. Been seeing a lot of those painted edges, and it's really unfortunate because that tells you that people know that people are out looking for this stuff, and they just, for whatever reason, they got to be themselves, and being themselves doesn't make them a really great person. kind of lead us on like that. But, oh well. I don't have time to do things like that. I don't know anybody who's got that kind of time, so on to the next roll and where we can find the real thing. What do we got there? Well, that's newer, but it's not what we're looking for. This being about the third box of $50 that I've ever hunted. And just so you know, I've got another one lined up for next week. I don't have a specific time slot picked out, and maybe I just need to kind of do my homework and schedule that. I'd love to do something like a Thursday night, but that means getting my box on Friday, waiting till Thursday, making sure it's completely hunted, and then turning it around Friday morning. I'm not sure that every Thursday night is going to allow me that kind of thing, because I have some pretty involved with Boy Scouts, and we don't have our meetings on Thursday nights, but I do some volunteer position with our Boy Scout district and council. I used to do the popcorn kernel roll for both our Cub Scout and Boy Scout units. And then after about 5 or 6 years of doing that, I got asked to do a district position and was part of the district committee as the popcorn kernel for about 65 units within our district. And this last year during COVID was a really challenging time to be able to do all that. And honestly, I ended up having so much work going on. It was taking away from my ability to help through a difficult situation with the COVID. Boy, that thing is chewed up. I don't know if you can see how badly that's got a lot of pitting on it. I just wasn't able to do the job that I felt like I wanted to do. So I stepped back from that and accepted a unit commissioner role. So now I have 4 units that I try to support. And it seems, and then some of the honor summer camp groups that we belong to have things on Thursday nights as well throughout the year. So that can be some challenges to Thursday night. Friday night, Rob and Big Mill are back to back as well as others. So it looks like Thursday night might be tough, position. Maybe I need to shoot for Saturday during the day and make as many of those as I can when we don't have like a scout camp out or something that I'm attending, which I could have today. And given as nice a day as it was today, kind of thinking maybe I should have, but I wasn't sure when I was going to get the chance to do this, and I wanted to make sure I did it this weekend. So we'll see how it goes. Mondays are kind of busy. Tuesdays are busy. There's really nights during the week is just really a challenge. All right, number 12. You see it. I see it. Does anybody know what it means? Let me know if you do. Otherwise, it's just the number 12. That's all I got. It's not even a 74D that I can look at for a DDO, so maybe there's 11 others that I just haven't found. We'll keep looking. Still hoping that we will find something. We have found, we found like one NIFC. Haven't even found a for sure DDO. That has been disappointing. Pretty decent 77 right there. I think I'm going to save a couple of these and put them in my album as placeholders until we find something that upgrades them. I think we're definitely going to find something that upgrades them. And I've got a small pile of 74s over here with the Denver mint mark that we'll take another look at. I've got a few others, but you know, I may need to go back through some of these. Anyway, all right, I am getting into the next 5 rolls. We have 15 left. After this roll, it would be 14. So the opportunities to donate are getting thinner and thinner. If anybody wants to jump on these last 10 rolls, make them yours. $30 will make that happen. I would love, love, love the support through that type of donation. And we would at least get you an Indian head penny or a Blazer wheat cent. Epic Blades, welcome to the stream. It is good to see you. I don't recall seeing you in here previously, so thank you for stopping by and saying hello. We're hunting some half dollars. And so far, it has been a whole lot of skunk. Unfortunately, we are taking donations, $3 a roll if you're interested, Epic Blades. No need to donate, but certainly would appreciate if you chose to. We have 14 rolls left. If you were to get 10 or more, there would be a bonus Blazer wheat cent or old slick Indian head penny in it for you, and we would make sure that anything we find in the rolls you would get to keep. So we're now down to 13 rolls. If you wanted all 13, $39. If you wanted just the last 10, $30. If you want the last 5 with no extras, $15. William finds pennies. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by, William. It's good to see you again. Thank you for the thumbs up. I think this is our high point of the night with you coming by, William. Not just because it's you, but the most people we've had in the chat, or most people on view, up to 6. You know, having seen me before, William, that I appreciate every single person that stops by and gives us just a little bit of their time on this chat. We are taking some donations. If you'd like, we have 13 rolls left in this box. It's the only box I've got. And we can make the last 10 rolls yours with a little bonus. Wheat penny or old slick Indian head penny. It would be up to you. But that's what I've got to offer on the last 10 rolls. So if you're interested, let me know. We use PayPal. I think the breakdown of everything is in the description. It's where I intended it to be. Should be in the description for this video. And a little bit of a summary up there in the top left corner, next to my pretty face. No? Not a pretty face? Okay. Even my dog doesn't think it's a pretty face, so. Pause on a total skunk. Thanks, but I don't gamble. I don't gamble a lot. I gamble a little. I took a gamble the other night on bought 10 rolls from Everyday Opportunity, and I got one NFC out of the bunch. But his bag pulls, I ended up with a Silver Roosevelt and a Silver Merc. So, you know, that's just the way it goes. It's the chances you take, and it's not for everybody. It's too bad to hear that Pa's on a total skunk right now, too, because I know he is shooting for number 23, and that would tie, if he finds some silver, which I sincerely hope he does, that would tie him with the longest streak I've seen. That coming from Rob, with Rob Finds Treasure, last fall had a streak of about 23 as well, I believe, before he went over on the 24th stream. And I'm really hoping that he can tie him tonight with number 23. So, Pa's a machine, man. He goes a long time and deep into the night. And it's kind of fun to watch Hudson improve his efficiency with the speed at which he goes through a box. So, go Pa and Hudson. William, if you're still over there on Pa's stream, tell Mr. Turtle that he's missing out. There are roles available for him if he so wishes. For those that would not know, Mr. Turtle is my... I don't really need a moderator to manage, this quantity of people in the stream. But everybody's got a moderator, right? So, having seen Mr. Turtle moderate for Pa, and he was one of the first ones that came over. Thank you, William Finds Benny. Give him some nice teasing for me. Being that he was one of the first ones to visit my first live stream, and knowing that he was a moderator elsewhere, I went ahead and just made him a moderator for my stream. I figure, why not? Still shooting blanks over here on silver. My goodness. This is, if this box goes completely skunk on me, that'll make 3 boxes from this bank. This is the first one that I've hunted live and gotten any donations for. William, one thing, if you're still around and you wanted to, let anybody that might be wanting to get some rolls from Pa, since he's sold out, send them over here. We'll see what we can do for him. Well, I still have 10 rolls left. I'll take a little bit of a... He really enjoys it too. Yeah, he sure does. He does. I get a kick out of Turtle. But yeah, if there's anybody over on another stream that you know of that's not able to get into any rolls tonight and wants to get them at a decent price, $3 a roll is not too bad. We'd be willing to help. So I am just wrapping up the roll number 40. There's the turtle. Hey, Mr. Turtle, how are you? I was over at Pa's modding. I appreciate it, Mr. Turtle. I did not expect you to come over. In fact, I'm sure you're splitting time between the two right now. So appreciate it. And right now, it sounds like Paul and I are having about the same experience with our boxes. I'm only hunting the one box. And we found the one NIFC. And this is going to Minnesota Joe, since he was a donator on my stream tonight, my very first donator. Thank you very much yet again on that. I like the way it cartwheels. Too bad about that ring of death, but it's there. And right now I'm down to 10 rolls that I would love for somebody to pick up, because that still gives them a chance to get one of my bonuses. So, race to see who finds silver first. I'd love to find silver, but with Pa having a 23 stream streak in in jeopardy, I kind of hope that he digs at least a 40%er out to help make that go well for him. So I'm just taking a really quick break. Minnesota Joe, I appreciate that you're here and be in and out. That's no problem. If you think about it, Minnesota, you've got my email from the PayPal. If you would just send me an email, just make sure that I have a mailing address for you, so that I can get that in the mail to you just as quick as possible. I'm hoping that maybe on Monday I can have that going. So yeah, just to make sure that I have the right mailing information, I would love for you to email me at copperowlcoins, my name, at gmail.com. That would be a big help. So okay. I think I've bought enough time. Hey, we have a new high of 7 viewers. I love it. We have 7 likes as well. I am down to the last 10 rolls of this box, and when I crack open the first roll, we will not have a 10 roll bonus available anymore. I'd be willing to sell the coin. I'd be willing to sell the rolls for donation, but we would be out of the bonus for the 10 roll bonuses. So I'm going to give it about one more minute. If anybody wants to jump in on that, let me know in the chat, and then set it up in PayPal, copperowlcoins at gmail.com. And we can get you set up $30 on these last 10. If not, I'll hunt them for my own supply. Cool, Minnesota. Thank you. We'll look for that email. We'll just give it a little more time here. We'll see what we've got. Hopefully we'll get one more person who wants to buy some rolls. Got about 30 seconds. My hope is that we will be able to get a channel sticker started here real soon. I've got some great ideas that I'm playing around with, and if I end up doing like late night streaming, I'm thinking I have a neat idea for a late night theme, kind of like what Paul has his Coinsomniacs. I think I would have an opportunity to do something I would like to call Night Owls. What do you think about that? I'm going to log into something here. Yep. Going to try again. Let's try again. All right. Okay. I think that's going to be about as far as we can go on waiting. Give it a good 2 minutes there. So I'm going to get into the last of the 10 rolls. So until I get this one fully I hope I don't sound too much like a used car salesman. I've known a few. They're good guys. Man, that's not what I want to do. It does not seem like a gift of mine. All right. We'll be into these and see what else we can find now. What do we got here? Man, that thing's got like... Is that black on it? Is it... Who knows? For 1974, that is... It almost looks like somebody's taken some antiquing to it or something like that. Check that out. Weird. We'll just call that one an oddity. Not necessarily a miscellaneous, but an oddity. It's been really thin tonight. This is almost like that last penny box that I got. Man, pretty nice 71 right there. Ooh, 86. One more year and that would have been a good one. Let's take a look at this. See if we've got any doubling. I don't see it. So I'd love to hear what people think of the format here. Do you like it? Should I keep it? Is there things that you feel like might work better? Things that don't work so well? Let me know what you think in the chat. I'd love to hear more from you. Check something real quick. Huh. All right. Back to it. 1 year off NIFC. Man, everything. There's an 86. 1 year off. This box is teasing me. It is just outright teasing us. 2000. Close again. Man. That looks like number 9. This is about the third one I've seen with a number on it. Like late night streams, semi-late stream. Yeah, that's like the night owl idea. Yeah, and I tell you what, I've actually got what I think would be kind of a cool logo for it. Hard part would be, I'd be probably, crossing streams with Paw again. late night like that, but wouldn't necessarily have to. I'm looking for the idea that I had for that logo. It was kind of comical, or at least whimsical. And I'm going to have to find that. No wonder I'm not doing so well. I've got it here somewhere. I'm not going to waste more time on this. I need to keep going. But yeah, night owls. I just got to thinking that was kind of a perfect fit for me. I mean, I love Pa's Coinsomniac idea. It just blends coins and the fact that you're up late doing that, and it sounds like maybe he actually suffers from some insomnia from time to time. I've been a little bit of a night owl myself throughout my life, especially when I was in college. So, that one just feels natural to me. Tonight, I'm hoping to get this wrapped up in time to get my kids to bed so we can get up and go to church in the morning, because that's important too. Another one of these marked ones. I'll tell you what, I mentioned that I might do it. I think I will. I don't like to mark coins, but since this one's already marked, let's find a creative way to mark it. Let's mark the tail feathers. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go. We'll see if that one makes its way back to me someday, because I've seen a bunch of these, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe I'm seeing some of them for the second time, maybe third time. Anyway, 1985. I don't see many of those from very often. It's not in great shape, but I'm just going to set it aside because I don't see many of them. Not as many of the 80s and 84s. A few 86s now and then. Not the 87, not yet. Not yet. Waiting on that one too. It is hiding with the other silvers. Pretty nice 94 right now. Yeah. We'll park that one over there. See what we got. All right. We're down to 7 rolls for the night. Looks like they're going to be mine to hunt. I don't mind hunting for myself. If I wasn't streaming, I'd be doing that anyway. But I was hoping for a better night from Minnesota Joe. He became my first donator ever. So just like Mr. Turtle holds a special place for me being my first moderator ever, I hope to need more in the future. But, we'll see how it goes. Pretty nice 97. What do we got there? 1996. Shiny on the back, beat up on the front. Oh, it's been a tough night looking at these tonight. Not much good in there. I'm just waiting for that motherload box that I can't hardly believe what I'm looking at. Got one here that looks like it's got a little toning on it. 89 with the ring of death on it. But some interesting toning right there. Looks like that is somewhat natural. Oh, pardon me. Starting to get a little late. Patrick Johnson, of course you're special, Patrick. I think you're batting 1,000 for attending. And there's no problem with that at all. I love having you here, Patrick Johnson. But there's only so many people that can be first. Like Turtle, my first mod. Minnesota Joe's my first donator. But if you want to be the most specialist of all, Patrick, just keep showing up. I'm not keeping attendance records, but of course you're special, Patrick. Thank you for reminding me just how special you are. There's a better 85. Maybe it's a different mint mark. Maybe it's not. We will find out when I go back through those. Pretty nice one there. Some nice 71s out there. It seems like every 2001 I run into is kind of beat up. Probably because it was the last one in circulation, of course. Another 86, close but no cigar there. 94 that's had better days. Another 85. Maybe the 85s aren't as uncommon as I thought. But finding a nice one, maybe that's the trick. Anyway, we'll be. My $50 book is, strictly for Kennedy's right now, and it is not very full. I basically took what 40s I've been able to acquire or find. I need to find a 64 while I'm hunting, because that's kind of my goal, is to use this kind of like Rob uses for his nickel box to strictly find things from hunting, not from acquisition and other means. But, I'd like to be able to fill it up, doing it this way. I will be going back and looking at I noticed that there's a few 82s in here, and I will go back and be looking at those. 99 with the Ring of Death. 74D, yes, let's take a look at that one. Seems like those have been fewer and further between. 2000, boy, they just look like they've had a rough life. That one's better. Maybe we'll set that one aside. We'll make some judgment calls on those. There's another 74. I don't think that one's got the doubling on it. I'll probably be going back through these and sifting through to find those years and just get a closer look at them. I need to get a sub counter and a viewer counter on this format. Those are a couple things that I want to add to it. What do you guys think? Is the layout good? Is the theme good? Is there anything that you'd like to see change? Give me the good, bad, and the ugly if you want to. Well, we've still got about 3 more rolls after this to hunt. Yeah, decent looking 84. Could be in better shape. We'll wait for a better one. 95. That's not in great shape, but might be good enough to hold down a spot in the book until we can upgrade it. 94 with problems. There's a 95 that might be a better one than that one, but we'll see. Mumble, mumble, mumble. So, Boy, going through a box of $50 for the first time, boy, you know, doing this for other people, kind of, you know, I was willing to take my time since it was just the one box and I had the one donation for it. I didn't mind taking my time on that, but yeah, to get through the volume of boxes that Rob and Charlani do, and others on their streams, my goodness, I've got profound respect for how fast they have to operate. That is for sure. I don't think that's something that everybody can do. Now there's another odd marking. It looks like a 2 on there. Let me drop it. There's like a 2 in some type of marker on there. I don't know what kind of game everybody was playing with that, but we've seen a bunch of them. There's an 82, but it's it might be a P. That's a D. I was excited. I was going to look for the no FG again. Also, having gone through these and kind of, I listen to myself a little bit when I'm doing these. And it's interesting that, you know, not only am I looking at other people's style and, you know, kind of trying to make my own with my own thing, if you will, on a stream. You know, I don't know. I don't have a lot of crazy antics. I don't have a loud booming voice. I'm really feeling like I'm just, you know, lucky to be doing this much already with something like this. It I can tell you 6 months ago I didn't have any plans to do something like this. And what's really funny is my kids, a couple of them really love watching you know, YouTube channels on TV like Dude Perfect and other things like that. We have to really watch it because there's so many different options out there that aren't necessarily really great for kids on YouTube. And so we have to watch it pretty closely, and it can be really tough. So I'd never really had a real high opinion of them or understood how in the world they could, you know, monetize something like that for their own benefit. And then I see like they've got millions of subscribers or viewers, or, you know, just these kids making so much money. And I'm hoping and praying that the parents aren't working the kids over doing something like that. So anyway, we're in the last roll of the night. Thank you for hanging in with me, guys. We're almost at 2.5 hours doing one box. I will learn how to pick up speed, and will definitely have to if I get more people and more donators and more boxes to look at. Got a couple edges in here that might make it a fun roll at the end of the box, but I'm not counting on anything. Not at this point. It looks like it's going to be a whole lot of skunk. That's a bicentennial that's in pretty good shape overall. I think I'll set that one aside. Maybe use it as to film one of my albums. Maybe they don't like John Kennedy on this one. I don't know. Big X on that one. '83 in decent condition. 74D. We'll check one more time for a DDO on one of these. Haven't really found that. That one might take a quicker, closer look at a little bit later. And that's going to be it for this box. Oh, I'm sorry, Minnesota Joe, that we did not get you anything silvery out of this box. And as it turns out, everybody who stayed away on the donations because they weren't going to find silver, you must have known something. Hey, I would have gladly given you everything we could find in this box, but as it turns out, we barely even found the one NIFC. That is a pretty dismal board that we have up there tonight. So, Minnesota Joe, we will get stuff sent out to you. I'll look for your email to be able to get things sent to you. It's the first live stream I've done for a $50 box. It's the first donation that I've gotten. And I'll tell you what, we may not have had a lot of finds, but I had a lot of fun. I love being able to converse with you guys on the chat and to hopefully put something out that's quality, not a waste of time. I'm having fun doing it. I hope you're having fun with me doing this. I really want to try hard to put a little more into this and make it a bigger, better effort, bigger, better product. Certainly not having any delusions that I'm going to be competing with the big boys on something like this, even though I'm in the time, doing this at the same time they are tonight. But hey, I'm doing what I can. I appreciate you guys for being here. Some of the familiar names that I've seen, I definitely appreciate you doing that. Please spread the word that, I don't want to take viewers away from other people, but I would also love to get a few more, start building this up a little bit more. So third time streaming, first time with the $50. We'll probably do other denominations, but I know next week I already have another $50 box on order. It'll be the fourth one. And man, I hope we start finding some silver because we're about 3 boxes in, found 1 silver, no proofs, a couple NIFCs, a couple of DDOs, but that's really about it. That's not bad for 3 boxes. It looks like the norm is to maybe get on average 1 or 2 silvers per box. So we're a little behind that average. Hopefully the next few boxes will help us pick that average up and maybe live ahead of that curve once in a while. That being said, if I did 4 or 5 boxes a night and didn't get anything, that would truly be disappointing. But I understand that's how it goes. I'm just having fun with you guys. I appreciate you sticking in there, and it's hard for me to wrap things up, but I see we're right at 2.5 hours, so I will wrap things up now. Be good to yourselves. Go out and hunt some silver, and watch for my next announcement. We're probably going to shoot for maybe like a late Friday, maybe a Saturday afternoon. We're going to try not to hit the same big time slots that we always seem to find. But it is hard to find them because there's so many good ones out there. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Good night, and God bless.